Welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be discussing the WoW token coming to Wrath Classic. Now this could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the player, so let's get into it. So if you didn't know, you can now buy a WoW token in Wrath Classic with real money. So just like the retail token, it's the exact same for Classic. However, the only thing different is you can't add your Wrath Classic token to your BattleNet balance. So you can't trade in a WoW token and put it on your BattleNet balance, where you can either buy more WoW time or you can move tokens around different realms and spend it on pretty much anything in the Blizz BattleNet store. So before we get into it, let's check out the token. So this is on a NA server. Let's check out how much they're currently going for. So the WoW token is only 7,500 gold. So they're pretty cheap. They started a bit higher, so that's not too bad. Now to buy them, you simply open up the game menu and you simply go to the shop. And as you can see, the token is added right here. You can either use it to redeem 30 days of game time, or you can sell them on the auction house. And the cost of the WoW token is $20 US. Now on every single server, they probably will have different gold amounts. So this is on a NA server and a Oceanic realm, and you get 7.5k gold for the $20 US. So the upsides of this is obviously you can now farm on Wrath Classic to pay for your game time. So if you're someone that gold farms to actually pay for their game time to pretty much play the game completely for free, you actually now have an option to do that on Wrath Classic and pay for your game time like that. Now some of the tasks and ways to make gold in Wrath Classic can be pretty easy and actually really lucrative, and you could probably make that 7.5k extremely easy on Wrath Classic if you know what you're doing. Now a really big thing that you could do in Wrath Classic is flip, and now the flipping scene in Wrath Classic is a lot easier and can be very profitable compared to retail. Retail, you kind of need to do more long-term flips, where in Wrath Classic you can flip a lot of materials and quick turning over items that you can make a whole heap of gold with. So for that one reason, you could definitely start out flipping on Wrath Classic, and you can pay for your game time every single month super easy by doing this. And if you want to learn exactly how to flip in Wrath Classic, you can find that all inside of my flipping guide. So this will teach you how to flip in retail and also Wrath Classic, and it has TSM groups of hand-picked items I recommend flipping in Wrath Classic. So it has the groups for them and the operations to post and buy them profitably to make a lot of gold flipping. Now if you don't know much about flipping in Wrath, I actually have an episode where I went from 0 gold all the way to 10k gold. This is a series that is on the YouTube channel. I'll actually put a link down in the description box that you can check that out. It's also just on the channel where we went from 0 to 10k gold, flipping super quickly. Didn't take long at all, so you could pretty much pay for your WoW time just by following along with that series. Now another big thing that you can make a lot of easy gold in Wrath Classic to actually pay for your game time is by farming. The farming on Wrath Classic, if you know some really good farms, you can make some very quick gold, especially if you do if you're doing GDKPs, which is where you do a raid where there are certain buyers that will actually bid on specific pieces of gear, and then everyone in the whole raid will get a split of the gold that is spent in that raid. And that is a good way to make a whole heap of gold in Wrath Classic that you could easily pay for your game time. Another thing is the profession system in Wrath Classic is super easy to do, and you can set it all up with TSM. So retail Dragonflight professions are a bit complicated, a lot more complicated compared to Wrath Classic. So if you wanted to get back into some easy to do crafting with professions, you could come onto WotLK Classic and you could set all that up and you could do that for some really easy game time. Another thing, I also have a gold guide for WotLK Classic, which in the near future I'm going to be doing a huge revamp and update to. It already is pretty good, but we're going to improve it a lot more after this update, just because a lot of gold farmers will surely be trying to make some gold in WotLK Classic to buy these WoW tokens. So if you want to check that out, there'll also be a link for that down in the description box below this video. So what is your thoughts on the WoW token? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Let me know down in the comments your thoughts about this update. But that is it for today's short video. Like I mentioned, let me know down in the comments what is your thoughts on the WotLK Classic WoW token. Is it good? Is it bad? Let us know. Till next one, guys.